Okay, good morning, everyone. We'll call the meeting to order. See, we're all here as far as council and MPC are concerned, so no one has to be excused. We do have some visitors, so maybe we can start with some introductions. And we'll start with Lionel.
Good morning. I'm Lionel Just. I represent Division 10, which is north and east of Brooks.
Good morning. Anne-Marie Phillipson, Patricia area.
Good morning. Hubie Kellum, Tilly. Brian DeJong, and I represent the area around the village of Dutchess.
Good morning. Wayne Hammergan. I'm from Scandia, Rainier, and Bow City area.
Good morning. I'm Clarence Amlin. I represent Rolling Hills, and I chair MPC.
Good morning, everyone. I am Molly Douglas, and I represent the northern part of the county, Jem Finnegan area.
Good morning. I'm Kevin Stevenson, County Administrator.
Good morning. I'm Kelly Chrisman, and I'm from Division 6, which is west side of the county of Mill.
Good morning. I'm Tracy Fife, Division 5, which is west and south around the area of Brooks.
Good morning. I'm Ellen Unruh, and I represent the rural area around the village of Rosemary.
I'm Pam Elliott. I'm the Admin Assistant for Planning and Development.
Lane Johnson, the Director of Corporate Services.
If we could start with you, Ramona. Okay, thank you for coming. And we'll start by reviewing the minutes from August the 9th. They've been circulated. As your wish. Tracy?
I just had a question. I was a little bit, I guess, wasn't in full understanding, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, but under number 8, development permits, it starts out with the approval of an existing horse shelter, variance to side yard setback, but then the motion to approve is for an approval of an as-built, and I just wondered if that was the same, because there were a few different approvals for the same ratepayer. So I just wanted clarification on that.
Question clear? Yes, Alice?
Can you tell us the number again so that I can go to it?
It's under number 8, development permits 8.1, development permit 2018-051.
Go ahead. It says an as-built in the first portion of moved by, and then an existing. So they mean the same thing, and I should have used the same wording, and I didn't. So we can change that.
Thank you, Shanalee. Anything else? Move to approve. Moves. Any further questions? All in favor? Those are passed. Are there any post-agenda items? Seeing none, can we have a motion to adopt the agenda? Anne-Marie? All in favor? Okay. On to the development report, permitted use report. Are there any questions of those? Everything's good? All right, we'll accept it as information, and we'll go on to development permits, and the first one, shall we? Okay.
Development permit 2018035 is to install 4 solar systems. The parcel is located in Division 4, 6 miles northeast of Scandia. The first solar system collector will be comprised of 96 panels. The second one is 108 panels. They're going to be in 4 different structures. In the land use bylaw, it states that the maximum height of a freestanding solar panel shall not exceed 8 feet. The applicant is requesting to install 13.5 feet. This is a 5.5-foot variance. There was no issues or concerns from staff. There was no response from adjacent landowners, and we recommend approval with conditions. There was, oh, and I'm good. I'm done.
Questions? Pretty straightforward. Wayne? Wayne moves to approve. All in favor? And that is passed. Going on to the next one, and we also have the applicants here.
Development permit 2018063 is for the installation of a 1989 manufactured dwelling with additions and deck in the Deer Run Estates. No variances are being requested by the applicant. There's no existing structures on the parcel. The manufactured dwelling will be moved from Sagebrush Estates to Deer Run Estates. The applicant has submitted us photos of all 4 sides of the manufactured dwelling. The addition and deck shown in the photos will be moved with the dwelling. The Deer Run Estates area structure plan that was submitted in August 05 states that the potable water will be supplied through Sagebrush Estates. Since this area structure plan was created, the County of Newell has developed a rural water service. Therefore, it's our recommendation to encourage applicants to hook up to county rural water. The area structure plan also states that septic disposal fields may not be appropriate for this area due to shallow groundwater. Though other parcels in the subdivision have approved septic fields, it is the applicant's intention to install a septic field. However, if the soil doesn't allow it, then the applicant will be required to use a treatment mound for septic. Planning and Development recommends a minimum security of $5,000. There was no issues or concerns from staff. There was 1 response from an adjacent landowner. IMDP recommended approval, and we're recommending approval with conditions. And Mrs. Bainham is here to answer questions.
Are there any questions? Ryan?
My question involves the septic part of it, and I'm curious why we would approve it prior to the applicant knowing whether they could proceed with either a holding tank or a septic, like on the mound as was illustrated, because that would be crucial. If I was going into something, I'd like to know that. So to do the soil tests ahead of time, which is part of the septic thing, shouldn't that be included, I guess, at this time rather than post us granting this approval?
Typically, when we meet with an applicant, we do tell them about the septic requirements. It is their responsibility to make sure that they meet the septic requirements. So there are various ways to do it. So the simplest solution is the septic field. That's typically what people going in looking at first. If that doesn't work, they can use a mound system for it. If a field doesn't work, that's usually what works next. If that doesn't work, then it goes to a tank. So even though we're not confirming that they can do a septic field in this instance, we know that there is some kind of septic that can be used on this site. And so we're confident that something can work. It's just whatever level it is up to the applicant.
Anything further? The applicants have anything to add? Not, I'm going to call the question. All in favor of this application as presented? Motion? Yeah. Okay, sorry. Have a motion. Thank you. Molly moves. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're rusty, yes. All in favor? Okay, that is passed. And to the last one.
Development permit 2018067 is for the installation of a moved-in dwelling with an attached garage and 2 decks. No variances are being requested. There's no existing structures on the parcel. The dwelling was constructed in 1982 and is being moved from Strathmore. The applicant has submitted photos of the dwelling. The same 2 things apply with the water and the septic as the previous application. We are recommending approval with security deposit of $5,000. There was no issues or concerns from staff. There was no response from adjacent landowner, and IMDP recommended approval. And Mr. Cube is here to answer questions.
Thank you, Channeline. Questions? Pretty straightforward. Ready for a motion? Anne-Marie?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. All in favor? Okay, seeing no post-agenda items, there's an information item from Lathom Farming. I think last time it was just the application. This time it's approved for a chicken barn. Is there any comments on that or questions? There's nothing in camera. Question period. Are there any other further questions? Seeing none, I will adjourn the meeting. And again, thanks for the applicants for coming. I know it looked pretty easy, but you never know. There may be questions. So thank you very much for coming.